Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Review. So, I hope you're all enjoying the early days of the Biden administration. So, in the latest of the films, they didn't get a wide release in theaters, didn't make much money, or found its way on the internet. The latest of these is from a directorial debut from Alex McCauley, who wrote a film a few years ago that I didn't see, and this is called Don't Tell a Soul. And this film opens with a quote from Jane Austen exclaiming about how what strange creatures brothers happen to be. And let me confess that I have not read a whole lot of Jane Austen, so this quote seems new to me, although I don't have a brother. I do happen to have two sisters, and maybe sisters are different. So this is set in one of those dilapidated towns of anywhere USA. So Joey is a soon-to-be 15-year-old played by the young guy who was Richie on It Chapter 1, and his older brother Matt, who is fairly abusive towards Joey. And again, their home life is nothing to crow about. As I said, they live in this dilapidated town. Their father, who I guess we didn't come to learn was fairly abusive himself, also happened to die of lung cancer early on. Their mother, Carol, played by Mia Subari, who I guess was best known for those American Pie films and a couple other things as well. She's sick with, I guess, lung cancer herself. I think that is implied. And all she can do is ask, Joey, can you get soda for me? Or even the fact that she watches TV all day and says, what a cruel world that we live in. As we see in the beginning of the film, Mom's bills take a whole lot of money to keep up, and so Matt basically is like, okay, let's rob this neighbor's house that's currently being fumigated for termites. There's 10 grand in a tin can. And of course, Matt sort of bullies Joey into actually getting the money. And then once they're out, they happen to run into Mr. Hamby, played by Rainn Wilson. Now, Rainn Wilson is miles away from playing Dwight in The Office. And I get it here, folks, that there are plenty of comedic actors who have long tested their range as a dramatic actor. Obviously, Robin Williams comes to mind from playing so many comedic roles and switching over to drama. And here's the thing. Let me confess, I always thought of Rainn Wilson as a relatively creepy guy. I mean, seriously, have you looked at what Rainn Wilson looks like most of the days? Trust me, that dude is creepy. Mr. Hamby falls into a well chasing the boys. And obviously Joey is like, yeah, we can't exactly leave him here. Matt is like, oh yes, we can. Obviously, Joey feels guilty. Of course, there are probably multiple plot holes involving all of this because, quite frankly, Mr. Hamby could easily just scream at the top of his lungs. Obviously, he's in the woods, but someone eventually would have to find him in this hole. Obviously, of course, Joey could easily leave a note somewhere else or call 911 anonymously saying, oh yeah, this guy is down a well in the forest. Here's his location. Of course, the film never really goes into that. Of course, at least in one scene, Joey's at a party with Matt, and everyone there is happy to see Matt being up his brother, which I'm like, really? Again, obviously, Matt, it's insinuated that Matt himself is taking pain pills for recreational use. And of course, then the last sort of act of this film turns into sort of a mud situation, and when I mean mud, we come to learn something about the Rainn Wilson character, and the Rainn Wilson character and Joey have a nice back and forth relationship, and it's sort of ironic given the fact that what they talk about. Now, this film ends on a relatively downbeat note, although one could say it feels uplifting, although I guess certain characters might not necessarily feel that way. It seems natural to a certain degree. Folks, what I'm going to say about Don't Tell a Soul, given the fact that there is slim pickings and even some of the best materials might not actually live up to everything that you hope for, I'm going to give Don't Tell a Soul a matinee rating because I quite frankly think, yes, there are some interesting moments here. So folks, Don't Tell a Soul, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box down below. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and urge yourself of knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.